Coming up on Sports Weekly, we'll check in with the Indian Springs girls volleyball team as the Coyotes are headed to the playoffs for the first time in school history. And then we go from the volleyball court to the tennis court at Indian Springs as the Coyotes are closing in on another Mountain Valley League championship. And of course, we've got to talk some football. Cajon and Citrus Valley going head-to-head in week number 8, and Cajon dropping their first league game since 2017. Meanwhile, San G picking up a big win against Arroyo Valley in terms of winning a Skyline League championship. We'll break that one down. And then San Bernardino in the Mountain Valley League, the Cardinals in the driver's seat to win the league championship again. We'll hear from quarterback Xavier Alvarez. Then we'll mix in a little SBVC football. They are played on the road at Citrus College. Meanwhile, a former Cajon High School star, PJ Lee, helping RCC continue its undefeated season. All that and more on this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG, and it starts right now. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel. Well, this past weekend, the CIF Southern Section volleyball playoff brackets came out, and we got the first-round matchups and some of the wild card matchups as well. For Indian Springs, they're coming off their senior night against A.B. Miller, but more importantly, the Coyotes, for the first time in school history, are headed to the CIF Southern Section playoffs. They will play in Division 9. They'll have a first-round matchup coming up on Thursday. Their opponent is to be determined after a wild card matchup. But Indian Springs finishing 13-8 overall during the regular season. Second place in the Mountain Valley League, again to punch their ticket to the postseason for the first time in school history. You're looking at video of their senior night against A.B. Miller. It was a battle against the Rebels, but the Coyotes came up a little bit short, falling in 4 games, 25-20, 25-15, 17-25, and 27-25. So despite the loss to A.B. Miller, the Coyotes had already punched their ticket to the playoffs, already secured runner-up in the Mountain Valley League, and now they can look forward to their first ever home playoff match in school history. So congratulations to the Coyotes on a great season so far, and good luck in the playoffs. Maybe they get their first ever playoff win as well. So we go from the volleyball court outside to the tennis court. The Indian Springs tennis team doing it again, closing in on another Mountain Valley League championship. This would be a three-peat. They beat Jurupa Valley by a score of 14-4 to improve to 8-0 on the season. They've got 2 more matches coming up this week in Mountain Valley League play. They're looking to cap off a perfect league season and bring home another league championship for girls tennis. We had a chance to talk to head coach Tony Nunez about taking over the program and keeping Indian Springs on top. Again, another Mountain Valley League title is in their midst, and if they can just close out a couple more matches this week, they will bring home the outright league title. Here is Coach Nunez.
Yeah, started with them last year, and try to make a difference this year, get after them and make it all our own.
Did you have a lot of returning players from last year's league championship team, or how would you kind of describe the players on this year's squad?
Yeah, a couple mostly returning. We have our doubles 3 second year, first year varsity, singles 3 first year varsity. And we've been doing pretty well this year.
And I know, John Chamberlain was telling me about Sandy Salgado. I think she's like a 4.7 GPA. So obviously great tennis players, but also it sounds like they're great students, right?
Oh yeah, killed in the class, killed in the court. Man, I couldn't ask for a better squad this year. All around from JV to varsity, they handle their business on and off the courts. Very proud of them.
So with a win today against Jurupa Valley, it sounds like you either have a league title or at least you're in the driver's seat for a league championship. I know you still have a couple more matches in front of you, but how proud of you are you of this team this year, and again trying to make it 3 in a row here at Indian Springs?
Yeah, I'm very proud, very proud. We work hard, and like we've said from the beginning of the season, it's one game at a time. So, we keep that mentality the whole year, and it's worked in our favor. So, the job's not done yet. The girls are focused until we have it.
So you were telling me last year you were on the coaching staff. You're the head coach this year, correct? What would it mean to you to bring home a Mountain Valley League title?
Shoot, it would mean a lot. First year head coach, girls tennis, it would be pretty awesome. They work hard, and they deserve it mostly. So hoping for them to come through with that. Yeah.
Coach, before the season began, what was the message, to this team about trying to win another league championship? Was that kind of always the goal, the expectation after having won 2 in a row, is trying to make it 3 in a row?
Well, the goal and the expectation, like I tell them before every game, is, we want to have fun out here first and foremost. We have, there's a lot of stuff outside of sports that goes on. So when they're here, I like them to focus and get it done. We had a lot of players, like I said, mostly returning. And it was their expectation too, not necessarily mine. We go on a one-game basis, but they wanted to win, and we're working hard and make sure that happens. They work hard.
And as the head coach, how do you keep them focused? How do you keep them dialed in? Do you try to keep it loose and let them remind them they're having fun and this is fun to be out here? I mean, how do you do it?
Every match, every practice, remind them. That's the last thing I say. What's the last thing we do is we have fun out here. They take care of them. They show me hard work. I show them. I give them my hard work, and we feed off each other. So we keep it really loose, really fun, and always learning, always getting better here.
All right, we appreciate that interview from Coach Nunez, and best of luck to them in the final week of the regular season, trying to, again, win another Mountain Valley League title. And finally here, at least in this segment, it's time for Alexander Madison, the former San Bernardino High School football star, now with the Minnesota Vikings in the NFL, unveiling another round of I Am Gifted Athletes of the Week. Alex?
Hey, what's up? It's Alexander Madison, running back for the Minnesota Vikings. And this week's I Am Gifted Female Athlete of the Week goes to Arroyo Valley's cross-country runner, Savannah Flores. She won the Sunkist League Championship last year as a sophomore, and this season as a junior, she's posted the second fastest time in league action so far. Savannah also carries a 4.5 overall GPA. Congratulations, Savannah. And this week's male I Am Gifted Athlete of the Week goes to San Bernardino High School's very own running back Henry Hernandez, the H train, with 226 rushing yards on just 13 carries and a touchdown. He helped his team win 28-22 against Jurupa Valley. Hernandez also had 6 tackles on defense, and the Cardinals are now in the driver's seat for a back-to-back Mountain Valley League title. Congratulations, Henry.
All right, good stuff from Alex as always. When we come back on this edition of Sports Weekly, we'll break down the latest in high school football here in San Bernardino as the league title races are shaping up. I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll be right back on Sports Weekly on IEMG.